State lawmakers seem skeptical about the tax exemptions being provided to data centers. This is Wednesday, July 29th, 2026.
Texas Scorecard presents the day's first news for the Lone Star State. The Texas Minute, with your host, Michael Quinn Sullivan.
Well, we're halfway through the week. Thanks for making the Texas Minute part of your Wednesday. Texas is threatening to revoke the use of a national educator group's certifications if they don't eliminate left-wing indoctrination in their programs. More on that story coming up. Lawmakers are questioning whether Texas's generous tax breaks for data centers are working as intended after state officials confirmed several facilities have failed to meet their eligibility requirements. Earlier this week, members of the Senate Finance Committee discussed the future of a 2013 state law allowing data center developments to be exempt from the state sales tax if they meet certain qualifications. When the law was passed, legislators expected only one data center per year would be constructed. Among other things, senators expressed frustration that under the law, the tax exemptions are being awarded based on future promises of the data center developers. The Office of the Comptroller, senators were told, does not, quote, have the authority to decline to do the certifications. Floodwater from the recent heavy rains has delayed Corpus Christi's projected Level 1 water emergency by another year. The good news is that as reservoir levels continue to recover, this pushes the estimated emergency from September 2027 to September 2028. Corpus Christi had been projected to become the first major U.S. city to face a shortage of water if those drought conditions had persisted. On Monday, the city's mayor said the rain means options can be pursued with less stress. If the water supply rises from the current 26% to above 30%, city officials expect to move from the current Stage 3 water restrictions to the slightly more permissive Stage 2. Under Stage 2, residents would be allowed to water their yards once every other week. Among other things, Corpus Christi has been weighing the construction of a seawater desalination plant. In June, the City Council delayed a vote on the project over concerns about cost and potential impacts on marine life. That vote has been rescheduled for September 1st. A Baytown police officer is under investigation for potentially misusing the city's Flock license plate reader system. The city's police chief addressed the situation in a video he posted to social media. Police Chief John Stringer said an internal investigation is underway, as well as a separate investigation into potential criminal misconduct. The officer involved hasn't been named. Similar violations are under investigation elsewhere in Harris County and around the nation, with people concerned about the impact of ubiquitous surveillance on Americans' privacy rights. Legislation has already been filed in Congress addressing some of those concerns as they relate to federal law enforcement, and state lawmakers say they plan to take up the issue in January 2027. The Texas Minute will be right back.
What are the important things out there in Texas politics and Texas news that matter to you, and what can you do about it? That's what we want to bring you with the Luke Misuse Show on a weekly basis for 20 to 30 minutes. That way you can get the information and go do something for the rest of your week. I look forward to coming to you every Wednesday.
Texas is requiring a national educators group to remove left-wing ideology from their training materials if they want to continue to be recognized as a pathway for the state's classroom teachers to qualify for a bonus. In districts with the teacher incentive allotment, educators receive additional funds from the state based in part on designations received through additional training. One such group providing that training is the National Board for Professional Teaching Standards, whose content lawmakers have flagged for its emphasis on so-called diversity, equity, and inclusion ideology, which is a violation of state law. The State Board for Educator Certification voted last week to urge the National Board to update its materials. If it doesn't come into compliance, Texas teachers will no longer be able to use it as a way to qualify for those additional funds. You can find the details of this story and the others mentioned today and keep up with the latest news by visiting TexasScorecard.com. If you enjoy the Texas Minute or just find it useful, I bet your friends and family will too, so please share the show with them. You can also give it a rating on your podcast app, click the thumbs up on YouTube, and tap like on X. It helps your folks get more informed, and it helps us grow the show. This edition of the Texas Minute was based on the original reporting of Grant Hawk, Mary Berg, Michael Wilson, and Addie Hovland. Our producer is Nick Shepard. I look forward to seeing you out around the Lone Star State. Now, go make it a great day.